Today, we are testing out the ever so loved L'Oreal Infallible up to 24 Fresh Wear Foundation. We are going to try it together. We are going to see how it applies. We are going to see how it lasts on top of primer and setting powder and without primer and setting powder. Like, we are doing the whole 9 yards. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. If it is your first time here, my name is Delana Cherie, and this product is super new, so it's super hyped right now. A lot of people really love this product. And fun story, I tried to film this wear test yesterday, but I just have no idea how it really lasted because the shade was too light, so it was just totally throwing me off because it was a bad shade. It pulled almost like this weird like neutral like gray on me. It just looked so weird. But anyways, I exchanged it. I got a better shade, or what I think is going to be a better shade. I haven't actually tried it yet. Let me give you guys the down low on this foundation. Also, if you are new to my channel, I make videos like this every Tuesday. I test out a new product, and then on Friday we just kind of do whatever we want. But I always upload twice a week, so make sure to hit that little subscribe button to hang around and see me try all these new products. It's so much fun. And also make sure to follow me on Instagram because I actually let you guys vote on like what I'm gonna buy and try that week, and it is just so much fun. Right now I'm actually working off of several requests that I got the last time I had you guys vote on what I was gonna buy. So this was one of them. Okay, so I got this at Target and it is $11.99 at Target. 99. Yes, it was $11.99 at Target. It is $14.99 at Ulta, and it is $11.97 at Walmart. So technically Walmart is your cheapest, but you're only saving 2 cents. And who doesn't want to go to Target over Walmart? So go to Target. Yeah, I am learning that like Ulta vastly overcharges for a lot of their drugstore products. It'll be like a substantial price difference, like $3 or $4 more than what you would pay at an actual drugstore like Target. Something to keep in mind whenever you're shopping drugstore at Ulta. You may be paying more than you need to. I'm gonna go wet my sponge. Let's read the description on this product. Product details. Introducing our breakthrough longwear foundation. Up to 24-hour fresh wear foundation provides medium to full buildable coverage that lasts all day and allows the skin to breathe. The formula's 3 oil absorbers resist sweat, water, and transfer. The ultra-thin liquid goes on smoothly to give a fresh, healthy looking complexion that lasts. Color stays true and blends in evenly so your makeup looks fresh all day. Non-comedogenic and formulated with SPF, this foundation is suitable for all skin types in 30 shades for every skin tone. Apply all over the face with your fingers or a brush, or use a beauty sponge to blend. So we can do brush, we can do hands, we can do whatever the heck we want. I think I'm gonna try both and see which one I like better, but yeah. I have the shade 405 Porcelain. This is 1 shade darker than I got yesterday, so we shall see how this lasts. Although one thing that I will say that I do like about Ulta is that they often have testers, which obviously like Walmart and Target and stuff, they don't usually have testers, so that's what's kind of nice about Ulta. Now I don't know if they have a tester of this, but they typically tend to have more drugstore testers than other stores do. All right, so I'm just gonna pump this on the back of my hand. Yeah, this already looks like a much better shade than yesterday. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a good one. And I'm gonna use a new brush that I don't think I can talk about because I don't think that it has launched yet. So I'm just going to use a brush to apply it to the, well, let me apply my primer first. What primer do I want to use? Oh, I'm gonna do my color correcting primer that I love. My phone randomly has these vibrations. It's like the same vibration as if I were getting an email or something. Like it's just like a quick one vibration. But I'll look at my phone and there's no notifications. And it's not just on like my lock screen that there's no notifications, but like I'll open and I'll go look at all the apps that usually give me that kind of notification. And it's nothing. And I can't find any apps that have any notification. And so it'll just like randomly vibrate. It's just weird. So I'm gonna apply this. This is the non-primed side. I kind of got an idea of the application whenever I tried to film this yesterday. And I have to say, like yesterday and today, I am surprised by how thin the formula is. I don't know, I guess I expected it to be thicker, especially with the amount of coverage that it has, because it has pretty dang good coverage. See, look at all this. Skin is so not happy right now. Like, what is going on? Anyways, I'm just gonna cover that up. I do really like this brush. I wish that I could talk about it. I will soon. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay, so now I am going to apply it with the sponge to the primed side. So I am at about probably 2 pumps right now. I'm already feeling like I like the brush better. Maybe. I don't know. I'm thinking. I think I'm liking the brush better. I don't know. There's just something about the way that this is applying. It just doesn't feel like it's going on as smooth with the sponge. I also felt like I didn't get as much coverage with the sponge, which is usually the opposite, because I feel like sponges are really good at building up coverage, but they also absorb product, so. Okay, so yesterday whenever I wore it, I did feel like it lasted. Like at the end of the day, I was like, wow, I don't feel like my makeup has really changed much. But I did set and prime the whole face. So we're gonna see, I'm going to only set and prime one side, and we're gonna see how much of that longevity is actually due to the foundation and how much of it is actually due to the way that I set and prime my face. So, my nose is really itchy in this little corner right here. I don't know why. All right, so I really like the coverage of it. Here is like the texture and everything. Let me turn the lighting down. Overall, it looks pretty dang good. I would say it's getting a little bit weird around the nose and a little bit weird like right in here by my eyebrows. But I don't mind the way it looks on my forehead. I like the texture on my cheek and everything like that. But yeah, it's definitely more on the matte side, which is usually not my favorite. But overall, pretty good. Pretty good. I feel like I'm not loving it, I'm not hating it, I'm just kind of feeling somewhere in between right now, so it's totally gonna depend on how it lasts, how it works well with my other products, and stuff like that. So like usual, I'm just gonna take my Laura Mercier, the Flawless Fusion Concealer, and this is just what I use as my color corrector, just so that you guys know kind of what my routine is here in case you're new here. I have this little Bye Bye Pores pressed powder. I was gonna say Bye Bye pressed pores. And I'm just gonna press that on the unprimed and unset side. I'm just pressing it right underneath the eye. I'm not bringing it down at all. I just have to set right under here because my mascara will smudge if I don't set my concealer right underneath my eye. And then on this side, I'm going to set it like I normally do. I bring it all the way down to the corner of the nose. And then I'm gonna set on my chin here, but I'm not gonna set on the nose. And then on this side, we're going to set the rest of the face with this is the Laura Mercier CandleGlow Sheer Perfecting Powder. I'm just gonna take my Real Techniques multitask brush and press that all over. I kind of go back and forth. I used to do this every single day of my life for a hot minute there, but now I just kind of do it whenever I feel like it. I don't powder every single day anymore, but I'm not going to do that on this side. So now that you guys see how I've concealed and set and everything like that, now I'm just gonna hop off camera. I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup. I will see you guys in my next check-in. We are going to see how this lasts. I'm really excited since this product is so overhyped, so I'll see you guys in just a little bit. All right, guys, so it is quite a bit later. It was probably about 12:15-ish whenever I applied this, and it is now 9:33. So we have basically gotten a full wear test on this already, and I have to say that this is doing so much freaking better than so many of my other foundations have after 9.5 hours of wearing them. But I will say that the texture on my forehead, which is my most picky place on any of my foundations, the texture on my forehead is like not my most favorite in terms of foundation. However, it's definitely not the worst. I'm actually very pleasantly surprised at how long this has lasted. I'm going to be wearing it for a few more hours. It's actually, we're doing a little birthday celebration for my husband right now. We just got done with dinner, so I rushed from work to dinner, and I was like, well, let me go do a quick little check-in since we just got home and now we have friends downstairs. We're gonna kind of celebrate a little bit more, just hang out and have a good night together. But I wanted to give you guys a quick update on this foundation. We're going really strong, even 9.5 hours in. Like, wow, I'm actually super surprised for a freaking $11 foundation. So yeah, I will give you my full total thoughts, opinions, everything about this foundation at the end of the night. All right, guys. Wow, my makeup is just a hot mess. My makeup has been on for well over 12 hours. Last check-in was at about 9:30 at night. Now it is 1:10 in the morning. It's been about 4 more hours almost. Yeah, it's everything's just falling apart. I've been laughing. Oh my gosh, we were playing these games called Quiplash, and it's just like this group game. You download it. It's a ton of fun. So we were laughing, crying, laughing. So my lashes are coming off. My mascara has smudged. Like, it's just... My lipstick is gone because I had to brush and floss my teeth because of my Invisaligns. Like, everything's just falling apart at this point, including my foundation. However, I will say, so here is everything up close. I'm gonna turn my lighting down a little bit for you guys so that you can really see some of the details. But honestly, 100% has lasted better on the primed and the set side. Only a little bit of redness is peeking through, and everything has lasted pretty dang well on this side. Everything has gotten pretty dang patchy on this side, from the inner corner of the nose to the jawline here to like my bronzer, when this side looks still pretty close to how I applied it. It's gotten maybe a little bit patchy from places that I've touched my face and stuff, but this side has gotten substantially patchy. Has broken up around the corner of the nose here, has pretty much completely worn off on this side of the nose. So it's definitely one of those foundations that you want to set and prime if you really want like the substantial longevity that it has to offer, but that's how it is for most foundations. I don't like the way that it has broken up on my forehead. Like, it's just kind of gotten like this weird, and I find this a lot with like a lot of matte long wear foundations. They will do this weird thing on my forehead to where they just start to break up and like separate and get kind of like this weird texture and settle in the lines, and it's just like things just get weird. Things just get weird on the forehead at the end of the day. However, I was still really liking the way that it was looking around 9:30, and that was a reasonable amount of time to wear it. And then now over like 12 hours later, I think it's been like 13 hours later actually, you know, it's just like, how much can you expect of your foundation when you're wearing it for 13 hours? I mean, the things that I'm not liking about it, I didn't really have a problem with and didn't really notice much of at 9:30, and then 3 hours later I notice it, you know what I'm saying? Almost 4 hours later, or 3.5, I don't know what my math is. I'm very tired. I'm so ready to go to bed. The way that it looked at 9:30, I was quite pleased with it, you know, but I don't really expect my foundation to look perfect. However, on this side, the way that it looks, I'm actually not like over the moon excited about it, but I mean, for $11, it actually looks really, really good, and it doesn't look like super matte and like grabbing to every little bit of texture. It's definitely stayed kind of matte. It's definitely picked up a little bit of shine on my forehead and my nose, but I did not powder my forehead at all. It has came off on my chin a little bit, but I believe that that's mostly due to the scarf that I was wearing and it rubbing against the scarf. I do think that it actually probably would have worn really, really well because it was wearing really, really well even with my scarf on. So I am going to go ahead and recommend this foundation, especially for like the normal combo oily skin. For super dry skin, probably not, especially if you deal with any flakiness, because I do feel that it will grab to that texture of that flakiness. If you have dry skin and are looking for a good drugstore foundation, the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir is a great option, as well as the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Foundation. I've done wear tests on both of these guys. I'll link them down in the description box so you guys can check those out if you have dry skin. But for this foundation, I for sure would only recommend it for like normal to oily skin, especially more for the oily skin, because I'm impressed by how matte it has stayed actually with powder. So all in all, I would recommend. Obviously, it claims to be long wearing. It claims to be 24 hours fresh wear. Heck no, it's not gonna last you freaking 24 hours fresh wear. Oh, I've changed, by the way. That's why it got super streaky on my nose. I forgot to mention that. It got super streaky on my nose because I pulled my shirt over my head and I felt it like pull it hard against my nose, and I was like, dang it. Of course that would happen on the day of a wear test, but not the foundation's fault. So all in all, I actually would recommend this foundation. For a reasonable amount of time, like 9 hours, 9 to 10 hours, it actually lasted really, really well. But beyond that, it's gonna start to break up. It's gonna need to be touched up, and you know, that's kind of just what you can expect out of most foundations. But in terms of like texture and everything like that, it has preserved a nice texture for the most part, except for a little bit on the forehead. But like I said, this is not the worst that I've seen. So if you like this video, then you'd probably like this video right here, where I turn myself into a totally casual, like everyday, no big deal Valentine's makeup. Like obviously it's just totally casual. So you can check that out right here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys down in the comments. Bye!